Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our stream. It's been crazy. It is crazy out there. But we're gonna try and do our best to kind of keep you guys chill and relax with our fun and exciting gameplay, which is sometimes crazy and hectic too. But yeah, welcome back. We are doing the Curse of the Azure Bonds tonight. My name is Nick. I play Losdrada Stonecrag. I'm very sassy. I'm very bitchy. And I question whether or not I'm still good to be a cleric or I should just switch it up completely because I'm totally the anti I'm an anti-cleric at this point, so
Good.
yep.
You're clear just fine.
Oh, thank you. Someone finally says something positive about me. Um but that's totally me.
We only had to make up a word to do it.
True. Last we know, we got into some shit, and I'm gonna pass it off to Lauren because Lauren remembers that shit.
Because it was my fault. Lauren, I play Wim, a tiefling wild magic sorcerer. A lot of things are my fault. It's okay. We'll survive.
If we're keeping score, there's plenty of blame to go around the table.
That's true. Okay, yeah, alright then. Okay. Derek, how about you, bud?
Derek, I play Colt. I am a halfling monk, and if we really want to talk about blame here, it relies the blame rests solely on our trailblazing cleric last week, who decided to build new roads to a cave full of snakes.
Hey, who needs a government to build on infrastructure when you've got me?
Once we got to the cave, I have to take responsibility because I then moved into cult mode and started punching anything that moved. So, that's what I do. Rozzy.
I wasn't here last week, so I have no idea what the fuck happened. I don't remember why. Oh, my husband's birthday. Fuck, yeah, that's why. Whew, it just slipped my mind. But yeah, I play a human warlock with a crazy ass pixie familiar who causes a lot of fucking problems. Yeah, that's all I got. So, whoever hasn't gone yet.
That would be Jess, I think.
Jess.
Hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm eating Hershey Kisses. Because, you need chocolate in these trying times. Hi. Sure. My name is Jess. I play Volna. I almost introduced the wrong character.
And it we were talking about Blaze a few minutes ago, so.
Oh, no, it wasn't even going to be Blaze.
Oh, okay. Well,
which is the really sad part. I don't know, man. I play Volna, our sharpshooter elf who's constantly judging. I was not here last week due to mental breakdown. That deserves a dab. Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's gonna be interesting. I heard some crazy fucking shit went down. And I'm just judging.
Oh yeah, a lot of crazy shit went down.
Judging.
If I can say something for a second, I don't think this is any crazier than anything we've already done before. In fact, we were pretty sedate in our response to this snaky thing. So we should get kudos. We should get pats on our backs and warm mugs of milk when we get back.
Before there's too much self-gratulation going on here, I should introduce myself. I'm Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
I DM this game.
Welcome
As we find out every week, I am not in charge. I do not run things. I quite honestly put as little planning into what will happen next as possible, because if I tried, I would be wrong. Now, last session, since Jess and Rozzy could not be here, their characters were scouting ahead to find the best path forward through the Cormanthor Forest. We're currently traveling. You guys are heading south towards Assembra, and the quickest way to get there is to go through the forest off the road, so it will save you several days. Now, Volna's a fairly good guide. This is her home territory. She's been here most of her long elven life. But even so, she wanted to double check and make sure that the road clear was the correct one and things were okay to travel on. Leaving, Colt, Wim, and Losdrada at a safe camp on the northern edge of the forest. For whatever reason, Lyra went with. We never really talked about it.
Probably to keep her fucking fairy from causing mischief.
Now, what kind of mischief would your fairy get into on a scouting trip there, Lyra?
She just ran out ahead of everyone and got caught. And then she got almost killed by Lauren. And went away to Fairyland to try to heal, hopefully.
Oh, so you haven't seen her? You haven't seen her since? That's right.
No, she had like 1 HP left, maybe.
Okay.
Lauren, no, it's kidding. It's all good.
So you guys were out on the road scouting for a couple of days. Once you've turned back and started heading towards the camp you left the other three at, Lyra, as you come back towards the area where you're getting ready to bed down for the night, you spot your familiar sitting on a log next to where you were prepping to start your evening cook fire. But she's not alone. There's a second pixie sitting right next to her.
Are you okay?
As you go up and approach them, they are identical in every meaningful way.
What the
Except
fuck?
one flips her hair off to the left, the other flips her hair off to the right. And I got that backwards, so let's just not talk about that.
So wait a second. One, are you okay?
Both
Do
not.
I know which one's mine?
They both are.
What the fuck? Why are there two of you?
Well, she's had two names since the beginning, so this was bound to happen eventually.
Technically, didn't she have 3 names? Where's the third one?
No, she's
Yeah,
Fiona
Kevin,
and
where's the third
Fael.
one?
Oh damn! This
What's
is
that?
more drama.
What was that, Rod?
Well, first it was Fael, now it's Fiona. And that's
Now it's Thail and Fiona.
Fuck. Why did that happen?
They just start giggling.
No, why? Because I can only handle one of you. And even one of you I can't handle.
Neither of them has ever really spoken. You've kind of had a wordless relationship, but that results right there just in a high five and more giggling.
Oh no. I'm gonna have to warn everybody about that.
Warn everybody about what?
The two pixies look right at you and turn invisible.
Is it wild magic related? Did I do that?
Now, you were the only one that was there at the campsite when that happened.
Me?
Yep. You were the only one with
I
this
can't tell
information
anyone.
right now.
They're gonna be pissed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna tell them all I had a really weird dream that some extra weird bad stuff might happen. So just beware. Check your shoelaces. Make sure your milk's not curdled before you drink it.
So, the next day, when Volna and Lyra come up on the campsite, you see the campsite's empty. Fire's warm. Might not have even been doused properly. There's the remains of 2 trout near the campfire. One which was cooked and eaten. One that skipped the cooking.
The fuck?
I don't know why I'm laughing or finding that so funny. Because I chose not to eat.
This is. Where
Now,
the fuck did these idiots go?
at the very
Literally.
end of that sentence, you hear a loud bell toll off to the north.
Oh.
Now, you've heard Losdrada use this spell in the past. You've heard that bell.
Hates me back on my
I
bullshit.
don't understand. What the hell?
Why? 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 Why are we? Why? Let's just fucking go find these idiots.
So
Assuming they're not dead.
you go just around like a small corner in the trail to the north, and you see a path of destruction through the trees.
Oh, I'm not even.
Where it just like somebody like pushed a boulder through the trees for the sake of clearing a path.
Colt?
And
It's
it's
just a really
Lestrada.
long, drawn out sigh.
No, it's Lestrada's
you
width.
can't tell her.
No. As you follow this path of destruction, every like tree is just like pushed down in the same general direction. You come up on this hillside, and you can kind of see that the shadow behind this rock is deeper than a shadow. It goes back into a small cave.
Am I with Volna alone?
You and Volna right now.
So I'm gonna like. So while you're already in a bad mood, and since you don't like surprises,
What?
my familiar duplicated.
At that very second, you hear this this bestial scream roar from inside the cave.
Put that on hold. Let's go deal with this.
Oh.
Put that thought on hold.
Running into this cave, assuming you run.
Yeah.
It goes around a quick switchback, which is really just nothing more than a super simple defensive maneuver. It does not have a straight tunnel. It makes a 90-degree turn to the left, and you see Lestrada and Wim. Also, a lot of snakes.
So it cut out a second. Did you say Lestrada and a lot of snakes?
I
And
did, in fact, say Lestrada and a lot of snakes.
I was hoping there was something in between. Fuck.
Oh, Wim.
Hundreds of snakes in a
And
swarm.
And Wim.
Can I just
yes, and
fly
Wim.
out there and go get them, or send the broom to go pick them up out of the snakes?
The snakes aren't the biggest threat right now.
Oh.
They seem to be battling something, or at least like looking. They've got that fight look down this corridor to the side, and you do not see Colt.
Rip in peace, our best man.
Now, Lestrada, Wim, you see your companions returning here.
Oh, hey guys.
How was the scouting?
Hey, no big
Maybe
deal.
another
Just
time.
some snakes, whatever.
Yeah, there a thing came out of a bottle,
Yeah.
and that
There
doesn't
is
look good
something
for
a little
Colt.
bit more problematic to our left, though, but we're not going to acknowledge that yet.
What is this problematic thing to your left right now?
Oh, you can come see it. I'm not talking to you about it right from far away.
Echoing down the
That
hall.
sounds like a fucking trick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And,
You want to ride the broom over?
no.
I got it.
Distance is really
If I hear this noise, I've got it. It's the demon, and I've got it.
Yeah, so
Got it.
apparently it's that.
Just deal with some snakes.
Yeah.
I've got
These
the
big
demon.
snakes, you know.
Just deal with the snakes. I've got the demon.
Excuse me?
We're trying to cull the population. There's too much of it.
These motherfucking
Leave you
snakes and
guys
this
for a
motherfucking kid.
couple days, and you can't even manage to not get yourselves in trouble. I wish I was surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surrounded by idiots.
We knew exactly how you'd be reacting.
Volna, would you be so kind as to continue berating them for a few minutes? I need to pull something up here.
Listen,
It just keeps going.
hey, you know what's great?
Smart.
Since you
Scientist.
guys have been gone, we've agreed that I wear a adamantine onesie.
You're supposed
So
Oh, nice.
With
Just
flaps.
One of the snakes slowly starts coming our way and just it's shot into the floor with an arrow. Like, just casual, continue just berating the shit out of all of you right now?
Like, we're still, like, stomping on
Really?
them. Like, yeah, it just happened.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
You,
Why snakes?
what?
And
Why has to
I
be
don't know,
was
I
that
didn't
Colt
choose.
saying something about a demon?
Yeah, I guess so. But hey,
Mm-hmm.
like the snakes, we didn't choose them. It's not like, oh yeah, we're fighting a pack of
The snake
cheese.
life
Like,
chose
I
us.
wish it was that.
A
Like,
pack of
Why
cheese.
can I not find it?
What is
or
it with you and cheese?
or
Cheese and mayonnaise with this group.
I don't
Really
know.
good
Like,
sandwiches.
if anything, I wish it was just water. Like, not snakes.
I mean, there's next to none of that left.
So
If you're gonna try and get some, you better hurry to the store now.
when you rush up to Lazrada and Wim's position and look down the corridor, what you see is a large room with flaming braziers around the edge for light. There's a huge idol on the back wall of this snake-bodied woman with like 8 arms, holding swords and stone statue style of things. There's a body of a man like wrapped up in her arms that looks like he had been thrown there. Now, where he would normally himself have arms, he instead has this mass of snake heads and tails. He appears to be quite dead right
Oh, okay, good. He needs to stay that way.
in front of the idol, there's a small pedestal which has a iron bottle sitting on it with the cork pulled out.
Drink it.
Why?
Da-da.
Drink it. It's gross.
Now, off to the side of that idol is Colt. In front of Colt is a tall, green-skinned, bat-winged demon thing with a great axe. Roll initiative.
I got it.
Oh wait, do we have to re-roll?
No, I still have your initiatives from last week. We're gonna keep those right as they are.
Oh, I don't have to. Okay.
Let me go grab my actual dice.
I was
Tonight's
gonna
an
say-
actual dice night.
So this
I'm
is
not
what
gonna-
happens when you leave these guys alone.
I am not going to
Yeah,
take the blame for this. I didn't uncork that bottle. I'm fixing
Okay.
the problem, but I didn't uncork the
Who
bottle.
uncorked it?
I
The
don't-
Sorry,
snake
Mom.
dude, the snake dude I beat up and threw on the idol.
That's right. It was the snake.
So it's
dude.
your fault.
No, he uncorked it before I beat him up and threw him on the idol.
So it was
So-
your
Oh,
fault.
I don't
That's-
have any of my super nice dice. They're all upstairs in my bag, still from PAX. Awkward.
Well, fine. Okay, I'll take blame for it. Which means if I take the blame for it, I take the treasure for it. That's the way it works now.
Isn't that your fault though? Still?
Oh my god, Jen,
No, I'm
hold
just kidding.
the fuck up.
Rose, do you have initiative?
13.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my character sheet up and I'm getting like fucking a million messages.
Yeah.
Yes, your initiative modifier is +5.
So it's a 17 plus 5.
20.
So really high.
Yeah.
Okay. And roll one of those. Okay.
Did we need numbers again? No, right? You have ours from last week?
I have yours from last week. We're just going to keep going with that.
Cool.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So, Volna, you get to go first. The situation is very fluid in front of you.
Yeah. Pretty great. So is the idol thing actually like moving?
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay. So it's the snakes.
There's functional with the oars. There's 2 snake swarms over to the left. They appear to be not really trying to push the issue now that the guy that was controlling them is dead and tossed into an idol.
Okay.
So they're kind of a don't bother them, they're not going to bother you kind of threat. Right? The
Okay.
demon, on the other hand, would like
Okay.
to put an axe roughly the size of Colt through Colt.
Okay. All right. Oh, I just got echo.
Gold is perfectly fine with that. Let's go.
So
Everything is going according to Colt's plan.
I'm gonna assume we've gotten a long rest since the last time I played.
Absolutely.
Okay, let me just hit that.
You and Lyra, not the 3 in trouble.
Ha!
Do I have a means of sneak attack? Is he right up on Colt?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not much room, and there's not enough room in that area for him to not be.
Okay. So I'm going to go with my longbow. That is a 21 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
I would hope so. Do I not have any D8s right now? Oh no, this is a D8. D8, and then how many? D6? 36. Oh my god, leave me alone for 2 minutes, people! Jesus Christ!
But they need a healer.
5. 21.
Okay.
Oh, and I get a second attack too. Holy shit.
Do
Things you forget in life. That is a 26 to hit.
that will hit.
Once again, I would hope. I didn't add the +5 to that other one.
Yeah, add it to this one.
Okay. So that makes it a 15.
Okay. Both of those arrows sink into its thick flesh, but they're doing half damage because of its demonic nature and not being of this world. Anything else you got going on?
No.
All right. The rest of your judgment will be silent. Cole.
With these hands, I have punched ghosts and snakes, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Don't forget the trout.
And then I just what?
Don't forget
And
the
the trout.
trout.
I killed a trout. Yeah.
We did.
I just like take like a foot step back, like one of those little rev up cars that you pull back.
Mhm.
I just pull myself back and then just right at him, just arms, legs, anything, going for his midsection. We're gonna see what we can do. Right now, this is the preliminary round where I test out his defenses.
Okay. So this is I see this happening as like some sort of parkour with a lot of extra punching.
Yep. We're gonna dance around him if possible, or dance on him if
Mhm.
possible. And if you'd like, I'll throw in an acrobatics roll
Sure.
before the attacks.
Sure.
Okay, so that is a 17 to a 25 acrobatics.
Yep.
Okay,
That
and
is
now
a
the first.
quality acrobatics check. You can add
My
whatever
first-
type of flourish you want to these attacks.
Yeah, so my first one. Okay, we got a 19 for my first attack.
That will hit.
Okay, so then the second one will hit as a 26.
All right.
So, okay.
When you punch these things, it's like smacking against an anvil.
Oh, that's good. That'll just make it more training for my fists. Okay. Well, we got 8 for the first and 5, so 13 total for the first 2 attacks. I will spend a key point. To flurry.
Mm-hmm.
But then I will also spend a key point to try to stun on this next attack.
Okay.
So he'll have to, if I hit him, he'll have to make a con save, DC 15, nat 20
Okay.
on that, and then the second attack is 4 to an 8, a 12. So I don't think a 12 hit.
So you're attempting
Right.
to.
With the flurry, I have the flurry. I have two attacks on my flurry.
Oh.
The first was a nat 20,
That'll hit.
and then the second for the flurry was a 12.
Not even close.
So the nat 20 was the stunning strike. So he has to make a DC 15 con save,
Mm-hmm.
and he also takes 6. Only 10 points of damage with that crit. Really
Okay.
low roll.
So your attacks bypasses magical defenses, and you're hitting him right to his core. He does not like that.
Oh yeah.
There wasn't a lot of snappy banter coming from this guy beforehand, but you would have to guess that whatever he's saying right now is very angry.
Yeah. So basically what I'm doing is I've revved up, I've calmed down. Like my first thing is I want to give him like a really good punch to like the thigh. You want to get that like kind of roped up muscle knot in there for him right away. It's going to be fun to walk that off. The second attack, I kind of, as I'm pushing up with the acrobatics, I give him a kick to like the rib area, and then I come down for that last stunning strike, and I get him about mid abdomen, kind of knock some wind out of him for a second. If it affects him or not, I don't know yet because it's not my concern at this moment. And then I do try to come in with that sweep, and that misses.
Okay,
That was the last miss.
The leg sweep didn't do anything, but when you have one of that stunning strike, you hit him like square in the sternum with it, and he coughs up this gas. It smells like low tide near the fish processing factory.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
It doesn't stun him, but it does knock his last breath out, which had been inhaled from some horrific place in the lower. So Lizdrada, you get to follow up all of that.
Are we, or am I anywhere even near that guy to begin with? Like, I'm assuming I'm.
You're about 30 feet away.
Oh, I don't like that. Let's see.
If you'd be any farther away, you wouldn't be able to see what's going on.
Yes, please. No, I'm just kidding. Let's take a look and see. Well, so you're doing some damage on him, right, Colt? You've been doing some damage on him. Or a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty kind of beefy, but we'll take care of him.
Okay,
he's a thick boy, but he's been knocked around a little bit.
Guiding bolt, 4th level, guiding bolt.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna do that. Guiding bolt. And I have to roll on that.
Make it to hit roll.
Make it. Oh.
And you said 4th level?
Yeah. So
okay.
That's gonna be. Where's my plus? It's +7. So 11 + 7.
18.
Yes.
18 will hit.
Yes. So we're gonna do. Oh shit! I didn't realize I did it that high. Oh yeah, 76. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought I was looking at something else. I saw 44 + 3, which is healing word, which is right below it. I didn't realize. I was like, oh, I guess that'll be an okay attack. Fuck. Let's see. 2, 4, 8, and then let's see. 8 + 4 + 3, so 8 + 7 + 8. Oh, so 8 + 8, so 16 damage.
76 got you a 16?
Yes, I rolled.
Wow.
I know. I'm sorry. It was I don't have the the same.
You don't have good D6s. That's what you don't have.
No, I don't have the Namektulka what's it called energy like I did at PAX Unplugged a year ago.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anything else going on for your turn?
So
you will grant advantage to whoever attacks it next.
I'm sorry.
You will grant advantage to whoever attacks it next because of the guiding bolt.
Oh yes, that's correct. Well, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I have here.
Because he's up next.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's not gonna do. I was gonna say channel divinity, but that's gonna it says turn undead, so that doesn't really help me. Yeah, there's really nothing else I can do here. I don't really have anything else for.
You don't have a secondary channel divinity skill. Like I think most.
Well,
You
that
know what
was.
I mean? Most.
Well, I have the
Yeah.
channel divinity, but it really doesn't do anything, only other than turn undead, which really doesn't help me in this situation.
Yeah,
Oh
you
wait.
also have Channel Divinity Arcane Abjuration.
Yes, but that also does not help me in this
Yeah.
situation. But that
Well,
Okay.
is a-okay.
um, the Arcane Abjuration
Yeah.
allows you to use your turn unget dead against celestials, elementals, fae, or fiends,
Yep.
which this absolutely is.
Oh,
A
this is one
demon.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could, with an action next turn, use your turning ability on this guy.
Oh shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I like that. Thank you for. I just realized that I had all this shit here, and I totally didn't realize it. So,
Okay.
yeah, we're good.
So
Because they
you
let.
you send your guiding bolt, which is one of your favorite attack spells, right at this guy.
It's my favorite when it hits.
Um, it hits him square in the chest and burns off just layer of skin and muscle.
Gross.
Yes.
He looks right at Losdrada and growls.
Come at me, big boy.
Then he teleports and is standing right in front of Losdrada.
Oh, that's a little too quick. I don't like that.
Losdrada, what is your armor class?
My armor class is 16.
Okay. 17 will hit you.
Yes,
See,
it
he
will.
can't even handle a halfling. He has to run.
Yeah, I know. He has to go over after someone who's a little bit taller. Wow.
Take 12 points of damage from the axe
Okay. Wait, he has
and
an
give
axe.
me a constitution save.
I didn't realize he had an axe. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Constitution, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I have a +3. Don't let me down. Where the fuck? There it is. Oh, yes. 17 +3.
17, you're fine.
20.
Um, you can feel that axe just has some sort of filthy demonic energy in it. And
Gross.
the wounds it leaves may be a bit above the normal.
I'm gonna pray to my God. This is going to help. Get that filthy
Okay.
energy axe out of me.
All right. So, Wim,
Ah,
you are also not very far away from this guy right now. He's about 5 feet in front of you.
that's
10
cool.
feet. You're not within threat range right now, but
Wim,
he
tickle
may.
him.
Well, I mean, do I understand what he's saying? Is he speaking Infernal?
He is not.
Ah, okay. Alright, cool. Oh, man.
Get him!
What
Oh,
did I
Jesus.
do?
Just trying to be supportive.
Thanks. I'll do a second loving chaos bolt and keep magic.
Okay.
So, what to say? So that would be a 12 plus 8, so turn 20.
20 will hit.
Okay. 2d8. Oh, two double threes. That does a thing.
Yeah.
Roll the same number on the 8s. The chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice within 30 feet. Make a new attack roll against the new target and make a.
There are snakes near you.
There are.
Yeah, so I'll definitely have that arc off to them.
Right across Losdrada's eye line.
Yeah, just a little.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sparkler, when you do the sparkler, you have the light.
Oh, wow. I'm in pain, but that's beautiful.
So what type of energy was the
I don't know.
3?
Both of them were 3s.
Yeah. What type of energy was the 3?
Fire. So I know.
Fire. Okay.
Yeah.
So that splatters against his magical hide and does half damage. How much damage is that total?
I have to roll 2d6s. So that I guess it will be 6 for that, and then 5 and a 4, 9 added to that.
All right. So 15.
Yep. And then do I roll the damage again for the snake guys?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah. So 3
You
and a
might
4.
you might leap again if you roll doubles on the d8s again.
I didn't. I got a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
So it's fire and force damage, but I think I'll do fire to burn the snakes. Then that's 7, and then plus 10, so 17 for the snakes.
That removes one of the snake swarms from play completely.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, you forgot to roll for search.
Yeah. Oh gosh. 4.
Okay.
Rosie, I'm gonna steal your cat.
Such a weirdo.
Um,
And now she's sitting
Lord,
down.
since you last week you'd used your luck feature, and I cashed that in to make you surge.
Yeah.
That recharges your luck feature, so you can use that again at any time.
Ooh, okay.
So that
Good
is
to
once
know.
again in your toolbox.
Cool. Thank you.
Lyra,
Oh boy.
your one attempt at openness was stopped by a demon.
She doesn't like surprises. I don't want her to hate me. Anyway. I'm
I
just
mean, to be
gonna.
fair, she did charge in and start the attack to save your fairy in the first place, so.
True. But she makes me nervous. She's like the mom, you know? She's like over there disapproving, and you just want to make her happy.
Technically, what? As an elf, like, you're probably the oldest out of all of us, right? Except maybe
Yeah.
Lestrada.
I was gonna say probably old as all of you combined, but Lestrada might throw that math off a little bit.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, honestly.
Really? You asked
But
for
that's right. We got
11.
the disapproving mom and the casually sassy father. That's what we got. Good going on.
It's the Brady Bunch.
Oh my god. Let this union become official. No, just kidding.
Uh,
Why?
So I'm going to just Eldritch Blast if I can.
Classic for a reason. Make those attacks.
Yeah. That's a 1 on die and a 19.
The 19 will hit.
And
The one on die goes right across Lestrada's eye line.
Can you fucking stop?
I'm sorry, Pa.
Jesus.
sorry, Pa.
Move your head, Mio. I can't see my dice.
Papa, can you hear me?
No.
Don't.
Always.
And that does 1 fucking damage.
Oh,
Nailed it. You did a good job.
Anything else there, Miss Lyra?
Fucking nope.
All right. So, Volna,
hi.
we're back to you. Now, it's a lot closer now.
Oh Lord, am I coming? Nobody knows Oh Lord, him a coming cat? Hold on.
What?
No. Alright, we are gonna go in with the longbow once again.
Okay.
Snapping shots off at point blank range.
Yeah. That's a 28 for the first one.
That'll hit. And he's next to Lestrada, so assuming you still count him as an ally, you can sneak attack.
What did
And
I
the
do?
second-
Like...
The second one is a 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay.
Made the tragic mistake. He showed his back to a slightly suicidal, homicidal halfling.
Okay.
It's just the worst thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8,
It's the third class point.
11.
Waiting on your damage total there.
28.
Okay.
Oh,
And
wait.
how's this thing looking?
Didn't she also have advantage on those rolls? Because of the guiding bolt?
Yeah.
Well,
Actually,
I
Rosie
was
would have had advantage on the
Oh,
first
that's right.
blast, one that you rolled a 1 on.
Rosie
Bro.
would have.
Reroll that. Give me another hit, attempt to hit.
Yes. I'm gonna use the other die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You show the other die.
Also 19.
That'll hit.
Yes. Not a 1, not a 1, not a 1.
2.
Fuck you! It's a fucking 2.
Damn. Well,
DM powers activate.
I hate you.
fuck you.
All your bad juju.
I'm gonna be extremely dramatic and action surge.
Okay.
Do I get sneak attack again too for the
No, you
first
do
one?
not.
Oh, I'm sad. What? Okay, that was completely cocked. That's a nat 20
Okay.
for the first hit. And a 26 for the second one.
So hitting a crit.
That would have been really nice to have sneak attack on.
That's why you can only do it once per turn.
Yeah.
Now, if you get to use it on, if you get to make an attack on someone else's turn, you can sneak attack then.
28 again.
28 again. Okay.
I'm just sinking these arrows, man.
Yeah, and it disturbs you to know that he's brushing off literally half of that damage. It's just the his insides are not the muscle your arrows are built to go through. Colt, your fists are built for going through Mugoloth.
Oh, absolutely.
I need a
And various other things too, like snakes and everything else. So I go, okay, yep. He says back to me. I got to cover the distance, so I will. You said that, well, there's like really no real obstacles between me and him, right? No tables.
No, you just got to run back out,
chairs or anything
room.
like that. So okay, so there's nothing I can really vault myself off of and onto his back. So I'm gonna do this the good old fashioned way and just run up behind him. And
you could do that like leaping handspring kind of deal.
well, that's true. You know what? Here we go. I'm gonna do this. I want to get like right up on his shoulders when I start pummeling him in the back of the neck with these strikes. And
athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Well, actually, the thing about that is for Colt, athletics and acrobatics are exactly the same. So, athletics. That's a 22.
Okay.
Now, for the first and second attacks, we have... Okay, so my first attack is definitely a miss because I would say at 13 misses.
13 in fact misses.
Yes. And then the next one is a 26, which does hit.
Should, yep.
That only hits for 5 points. I'm gonna spend the key point to get the last 2 flurry attacks. Mm-hmm. A nat 20 and a 27, so a crit and a hit. If you'd like, I can give you a photo of these dice.
Yep.
Okay.
Just the fury do full damage.
Yep. Okay, so we got 7, that's 11, and 10, 21 points of damage when I leap up and I just start plugging him in the back of the neck.
You get like enough height off of your initial leap to like hit the ceiling above him and push off of that. So you can do the oop yoop. I've heard it's a secret. And finish him off however you wish.
Oh, if he's actually going down, mm-hmm. I will actually land like on his shoulders, my legs kind of straddling his head if they're wide enough. Oh. And one fist will go right to like the temple / ear of this thing, whichever's closer. The other will go that side, and then I will just, for my final thing, I will just push as hard as I possibly can with both hands to squash his head.
Okay, so you want to mountain him?
Yep. We're going to put him out that way.
Right. I would have just plucked an eyelash. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like right before, when you get that hit in, right before you start to squeeze, he squeals out something in Abyssal that none of you can understand. But should you ever translate it in the future, It would translate to, "Dude, you punched me in the ear."
I actually know Abyssal, so
Oh, do you?
yes, I do. So
Okay.
so you'll just see.
Beautiful.
I'll be like, dude, I know what you're saying. Fuck you, still.
Fuck you still.
So when it dies, it just falls to the floor and its entire form turns to ash and just
Bye, Felicia.
poof across the floor with this cloud of foul-smelling black dust.
Wash your hands.
Oh god.
And,
It's
and my response is to walk back, get the cork for that bottle, cork that bottle, and just slap the bottle right into my inventory.
So
Okay.
you like having an empty bottle there?
It's an evil bottle. It's going to be taken care of properly. This is not the
Nick,
place to
give me
dispose
an
of it.
Arcana check.
Yes, I can give you an Arcana check.
Besides, I
It's
want
gonna
to
be
drink
a
whiskey
16.
out of a vessel that once held a demon. Is
Jeez.
that a
gonna be
bad
what?
thing?
Sorry, it was 11 plus 5, 16.
Okay. That type of container could probably contain any type of extraplanar creature. Demon, devil, elemental,
Yo,
celestial,
we're gonna
even some
need
of the
that.
Fae.
We're gonna need that if we ever need to contain something that is not.
A genie in a bottle?
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Okay.
It would in fact work on a genie.
Yes.
Genies are elementals.
Yes. So yeah, keep that. Hold on to it. It's really good.
It would in fact. I gotta stop using that. It sounds.
So
So
yeah,
yeah.
that was fun, guys. Uh, so other than us here, how's everyone else doing? Yeah, we're good.
So what were you gonna tell me before we heard the screaming?
Oh, nothing.
No,
Inside check.
please. Yeah, can we get?
I
I
wanted to
don't-
talk to you.
I
but
don't
it's
think it requires an
personal.
insight check to know that Lyra is always hiding something.
Oh shit.
Oh, in front of all these people? I mean, I was just trying to profess my feelings for you, you know?
Ah,
Oh, congratulations.
Guiding bolt.
No. Hiding
I had a
ball.
feeling you wouldn't feel the same, so let's carry on with our quest.
No,
Toll
I
of
know
the
that's not what you
dead.
were gonna say. I'm not dumb.
So, remember my familiar she kind of is like
Yes.
duplicated now. There's two of her, and I can't control her. and
What?
she's
There's
a
two?
psychopath.
Dislocated? What? I
What?
think
What?
I'm
I'm
sorry, what?
dislocated?
Two.
Two? What?
Yeah, there's two of her now.
And you didn't tell us this before.
It just fucking happened. I told you as soon as I fucking found out.
Oh, that's good. Now we can't go anywhere.
Insight check me.
Insight check me. Good. Now we can't go anywhere.
Why is it every time I actually tell you something, you assume I've been holding it a secret for like 20 years? Like,
Because that's your nature.
well,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, sure.
Well, I guess how do you feel about how there being two of the? At least you're more powerful that
I can't even keep track of one.
Fair.
It could make for some interesting goings on, though,
Yeah.
when they
I
listen
think
to us.
it will, unfortunately.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. So,
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
You wouldn't think it's a big deal.
yeah, until they
Yeah.
fucking start
Not
the
gonna
next
lie, yeah, no,
encounter.
you totally wouldn't.
Why would it be a big deal?
They were the catalyst in a process that led directly to a city riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of times, technically.
way. I never saw one before.
You know,
Sorry.
the shoelace thing. Not to bring up bad memories, but
No, I think this will actually work in our favor because it's already made Lyra more honest and it's already made her more aware of what's going on.
Character
So
growth.
that's a good thing.
It's made Lyra more honest.
The only thing I worry about is if there are 2, why can't there be 4?
Why are
Or
you wishing for more?
10?
You need to stop. Like,
No, I'm
Army.
worried.
Have
You
you
want
been
army?
Well, I've
letting them
never heard of this
alone?
happen.
Have you been letting them alone
You want an
unsupervised?
I mean, they do what they want.
what are they
Jonah,
doing?
like-
Mitosis?
Target?
Like, what the fuck are they? Like,
No, my dear friend. I think what she's saying is they're doing well.
They're
No,
reproducing.
you know what?
Nick, give me an
Yeah.
Arcana check.
yeah, I need to know if I can remember if these things fucking mitosize. Nat 20.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You are familiar with the process of summoning a familiar. For whatever reason, you've never chosen to do it.
Too
Too
much
much
baggage.
trouble.
But you know how it works. It is excessively rare for someone to have a familiar bond with 2 creatures at the same time.
Yeah, so what we're
But
looking at is something.
are they 2 creatures, or is she just a swarm now?
I don't-
Like,
I wouldn't know that, but this is actually
She
kind
should
of
be.
rare because
you
only
would. You rolled a 20.
Oh, okay.
You
So
know, like,
I'm just
Strada,
fighting for your rights.
in your like historical knowledge of familiars, you can think of maybe a handful of times someone had more than one familiar.
So, there are a couple of times in history when people have had multiple. And no, it's not a swarm. No, there have been times where there are multiple like fuck.
Make it up as you go.
No,
Familiars.
familiars. Thank you. I
What?
shut down immediately. Well, so in our case, we're seeing another rare kind of form of that happening, which is actually
So,
pretty
like,
fascinating.
so is she going to be exactly like the other one, or is she going to be different? Is she going to be the exact opposite of the other one? I don't fucking get it.
So with
They look
don't-
the
what-
same,
what is your
other
what
than
is-
their hair part.
your familiar's a pixie, right?
Yes, but the only difference is that their hair is parted on opposite sides. That's some
Okay.
fucking weird shit.
So
I mean-
if anything, your pixie, the other one that you summoned, could actually be either the same exact one, or not. I'm sorry, not the same exact one. Could be its relative, like a
Quick,
sister.
check if one of them has a beard. It would be the
Yes.
evil one.
It could be a sister.
Or if it had
could be
brown hair versus.
It could be a twin, or you could have never actually noticed that those two were actually together this whole time, and that they decided to just show up both at the same time, and you just stumbled upon them.
What the fuck is happening?
So that
Yeah,
means
we-
I want to
you
get
know
one
you could have
free.
had.
I've known her since childhood.
Look, okay.
Yes, but
Bullshit.
If you're really
Anyway.
concerned about this, I've got this bottle here that we just found. I
Listen,
bet you one of those guys
Oh,
could fit in
no.
a bottle.
no. Well, I think
That
more
is
will be
not
revealed.
okay.
More will be revealed once they level up to level 10, and then we'll probably get a more accurate reading on it. But
Hmm.
you know, maybe you'll get more understanding. But from what I know from personal history, from what I've kind of researched, you're very special.
It's fucking
What-
special, all right.
Yeah, whether or not you can control them, whatever. But hey,
I mean, I don't usually try to control her, but.
right. But here's the thing too. People would kill to be in your position because you have 2 fucking familiars. That's pretty.
That
dope.
listen to me half of the time.
I mean, hey, whatever.
Their
It's pretty
attention
dope.
spans will be.
So the
Turn her down.
equation is balanced, and you have one familiar's worth of one attentive.
Yeah,
familiar.
exactly. You know, or you could have a quarter.
They can behave in shifts.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they could team up against me.
Yeah, and that's even better. Like, fuck you.
Uh.
You know, like. Just enjoy it. Just roll. with
Well,
it.
anyway, I was just warning you because I don't know what they're gonna think of now that they've got new tricks to play on people, and you guys happen to be in proximity a majority of the time. So watch your shit.
They haven't
She
actually.
likes sparkly
Wait, they haven't
things
tried anything on us in the past, have they?
Start
They've.
looking at
that you
Nothing
know
major.
of.
I mean,
It's really
When's the
they've
last
played
time you
minor
checked your?
pranks, but nothing really super frustrating.
Do I know whether or not pixies are actually like, um, if they are like malicious in intent, or if they are just doing it because they're um, if they
Aren't they
like purposeful
chaotic
prank?
neutral or
It's
something?
it's yeah, it's not so much that they're malicious. It's just that sometimes they forget running with scissors is a bad idea,
Oh, they do it for the laughs, basically.
and
hello.
and they don't always think through the repercussions of what they're doing.
So
Oh my god, I can pick double pockets.
if they listen to you, they could pick your
Uh,
pockets. Let's be honest.
They like to
was
succeed
there
just as much as I do, because it's hilarious.
while they're having
Usually
this
they'll go
discussion?
invisible and watch the guy's face when he realizes his life savings is gone. Hilarious.
You've got a crew.
when,
True now.
when they're having this discussion and everything, I've given my opinion. I don't think it's a big deal. I want to check over the rest of this room, see if there's anything of kind of value, and then I'm very tempted, but I won't do this until I talk to the rest of the group to deface that statue because I don't like snaky idols.
Uh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't deface it. I know it's not like something that we worship or anything like that, but don't go messing with that shit.
Let's draw. How do we go with a religion check?
How good am I? I'll tell you how good I am. I'm
Not very.
a 7 + 5, so I'm a 12.
If you're dealing, the advice you just gave would be great for an infernal idol, but this is a demonic idol. Um, the mere act of worship starts to fray at the threads that hold the universes apart, and demon activity begets demon portals.
Actually, on second thought,
Now, where you were correct was that you can't just beat it up. You need to cleanse it.
so
What that means is
you
up to
are
you.
totally just wanting to feel that. So scratch what I just said because I just figured out some religion knowledge and deep in my brain. Um, but before you do so, let me at least do a little bit of a spiritual cleansing to kind of get this energy out of here so that we don't have more problems.
Need sage. Stat.
Yeah, exactly. Where's my smudging stick? And
Um,
I'm just gonna go up to him. I'm gonna be like, Colt, just give me like maybe 5 minutes tops, and then we can go, and you can do
I'm
whatever you.
no, I heard you. I'm good. I'll step back, let you do your thing.
let's say that's going to require something along the effects of a dispel magic.
Oh, which I think I do have. I believe I do.
If you
Yes,
don't
I
have it, if
do.
you don't have, yeah, okay. But I'd like to know what you do, what that looks like. What do you do to make this idol inert?
It looks like a very so think of like a really stubby person trying to do interpretive dancing. And a lot of like hand movements that just seem very like abrasive yet beautiful. Um, so it's going to be a lot of like, like just humming to myself, no talking, and then at the very end you'll see like I'll clap it together, and then it'll be like air just moves, and then it's silent, and then I'll be like, spell magic. Okay, we're good. We are good here.
This house
Uh,
is clear.
we are clear. Colt, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
No, if you did that, then you took care of my only concern. Like I was concerned that somebody could use it. So if you've dispelled it, then I don't have anything to do with it.
Okay, cool.
You know?
Then I'm gonna firebolt it. And
Ugh.
Okay. On your dispel magic.
Yeah.
Give me the roll for that as if you're dispelling a higher level spell. It would be an intelligence check.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Or a
sorry.
wisdom check in your case.
A wisdom check. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be a 12 plus 3, so that's a 15.
Okay. So your dispel magic works, and you can see like that connection to the abyss just gets severed. And after that, it's just the construction that it is. It's just a statue.
Yep.
When your firebolt hits, it shatters. Like explodes just into pieces. So little bits of rock shrapnel like bounce off the room. No one's gonna take any damage from it. But you get dusty covering all of you from this idol being annihilated.
Yes. Are there any pieces that we can kind of still determine that look like the idol, even though they're really tiny?
Not really.
Okay.
Most of the pieces are like knuckle size at best. That's from a
Okay.
15-foot tall statue. That's pretty effective demolishing. You also would recognize that the creature involved was a Merilith, which is one
Okay.
of the higher orders of demon.
With that, I'm going to say the cleansing is complete. Alrighty, I don't want to be here anymore. This place is really
No.
bad.
There was the room that the pitmaster was in when you had
When we
first
initially
arrived.
arrived, yeah.
Right.
I have a weird question for you before we leave this room. That pitmaster's body was just kind of on that statue's now, kind of probably all over the ground.
Yeah.
Did he actually have fangs?
Yeah.
It's got fangs.
Now,
Okay.
you've all played those kind of video games where they just like turn the ragdoll physics up to crazy. When the idol exploded, he kind of did that ragdoll physics against the ceiling, with his like arms and legs flying everywhere, and in his case, the many arms flying everywhere.
Did he jib at all? Like,
No, it's just a whole lot of limbs working at angles they weren't intended to, but the
oh
physics engine
god.
didn't care.
Why can I see that?
Because we've all played that game.
Yes.
Over in that other room, it looks like this was that one pitmaster was living here for quite a while. And there were like big baskets that the snakes were kind of all living in before they swarmed out. With him dead, they just kind of dispersed, like they didn't know why they were here in the first place. So they instantly became non-threatening. But in his possessions, you've got changes of clothing, his religious materials, and things like that. But there's also a high-quality elven cloak. No reaction from the elf?
Ooh. Elven.
Sorry.
cloak.
I'm getting
Elven
like a
cloak.
million fucking freak out messages about shit.
Okay.
Doesn't surprise me.
The
Yeah.
among the pitmaster's possessions, you found a high-quality elven cloak.
Oh.
And Volna, you recognize immediately the insignia that's kind of sewn into the collar. It's not so much like an insignia; it was more like a family identifying pattern is sewn into the stitchwork that associates with your family house.
Oh. That's concerning.
Now, we haven't talked too much about your family,
No.
but you are not of one of the your family is kind of nobility adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
They had been extremely important in the distant past, but through a series of bad choices, your family hasn't been in charge of anything for quite a while. But your family history is long, even for elves.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it.
All right. It functions exactly like an elven cloak should. So that's. I'm going to add that to your character sheet for you real quick. Yeah, I'm assuming you're going to wear it?
Yes.
Oh, I can't add it to your sheet because I don't have control of the game.
I can.
Wait.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just called
that's right.
Elven. It's just called Elven Cloak.
We do. We are the captain now.
Yeah, but you still haven't leveled up to 10, so.
You haven't.
Son of a bitch. Wait, are you 10?
Yeah,
Everybody
we're all
else
10.
is 10.
I'm gonna
Wait,
fucking quit.
Or you could level up to 10.
Yeah,
This is bullshit.
just looking up Elven
Join
Cloak
us.
doesn't give me anything.
Really?
Yeah.
hold on. Let me take a look and see if I can find it for you.
Sorry, my husband was
We'll take care of
born,
it after the
Kevin.
session. Don't worry about
Okay.
Yeah.
Lauren?
Wait, who is playing Animal Crossing? Is this multiplayer? Let's play.
Animal Crossing.
I've
Animal
never played it
Crossing.
before.
Animal-
I can't wait.
So
Sorry, I am really excited for Animal Crossing.
same.
Sorry.
I think there's a lot of people looking at game releases right now.
Dude, I'm so fucking bored with Call of Duty. I went back and played the Division 2 some more. That's how bored I am.
Yeah. Well, also for after the session.
Yes.
So yeah, cloak with your family crest on it. Family materials. Now, you can do with that information what you will, but that's a clear indication that there's a connection to an individual that you're related to.
Yeah.
Cloaks like this are generally like humans think all elves have them. They're kind of that cliched elf item. In fact, they're fairly rare. They're usually given to the elite of the elite. It's sort of an honor to be given one, and then you pass it down, to an heir. In this particular case, you would be permitted to wear it without any kind of culture problem. It belongs to your family, so it is yours as far as Elven
It's mine.
tradition would be concerned.
It belongs to me.
And it also gives you advantage on a whole bunch of stealth checks.
Yes, which I don't even need.
I know. It's like one of those things. It like turns an already stealthy warrior into nearly invisible. So that's the majority of this little shrine. Just the two rooms: the temple and the Snake Master's room. How are we going to go from here?
So, should we check out that other room just to be safe, to make sure there's like nothing else?
You've checked out everything that matters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we've
Oh
checked
my
it all
God,
out now.
figure.
And you said all the little snakes have kind of dispersed now that he's not.
They lost all aggression when the pitmaster died.
God, hashtag daddy.
Yeah. Well, I was just checking because everybody else is like has pets or companions and things, and I need a poisonous snake,
I'm in danger.
or sorry,
pet.
venomous snake.
Can I have a familiar?
I would get one, but
You, my dear, can have two.
I don't want yours.
You have them to spare.
I don't want yours.
Oh. Mine are amazing.
Yeah. So let's take this back to your own campsite. Where there are the remains of the two trout. Past the path of destruction. Okay, a lot of people got text messages going off right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that or is that something you need to take care of?
No, it's
Okay.
they banned more than 25 people in one area in
Except for
Massachusetts.
pharmacies and grocery stores.
Pharmacies and grocery stores aren't covered under that.
Yep. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because you only have 3 people working at a time with all your callouts. So.
Yeah. Yeah, except
Wait.
this week they gave us unlimited hours for the next 4 weeks. So
Oh
that's
shit.
a thing.
That's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Yeah, all right.
What did I get?
I know it doesn't help. I know it's a lot of change and anxiety and stuff involved in all of this. But
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. I'm just glad I don't have to deal with a plague cult.
The plague cult.
So yeah, you leave the temple. Right in front of you in the temple is the path that Lizrada pummeled through the trees.
You did a really good job.
See,
Oh.
it's all about infrastructure. That's all I care
Oh.
about.
By the way, Volna, there's a tree out there that told me about all these snakes, and I tried to warn them about it, but
Oh god, here
they
we
didn't
go.
believe there were snakes
Yeah,
until they're there.
Yeah, I mean, we're like the pixies are multiplying. He's listening to it's chaos.
I don't know what the hell he's
Look.
talking about, but like,
Okay, the magic, the gauntlets, they let me talk to plants.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, fine. Don't believe me. I'll go away. I'll go away. I'll go right over to a tree,
yeah,
and then
you should've
I'll
seen.
activate it,
Put
and
my
I'll
ear
go.
to one of the trees.
If you can hear me, and I whisper very quiet, if you can hear me, I want you to just, and you have any capability of doing this, like drop some leaves or shoot a root up or something when they go by.
God.
Just trip them up a little bit so they know that what I'm saying is true.
I'm
Wow.
afraid to. That elf is scary.
I know, but she won't believe me. Oh, this is what you could do. This is what you could do, and nobody would be hurt. Can you just like shake some of your leaves, like shake a limb for a second, just a little bit.
Oh my god.
You can't like see what the tree is really doing, but imagine, if you will, this tree has eyes and is closing them to concentrate. And it's trying its best to like shake its branches, but you can't really tell if it's just really good at it or if it's breezy.
Mm.
I think I did it.
Huh. There's no breeze, but okay, whatever.
Will you tell her I did it? Because I don't want to be mad.
She's not gonna believe me. I already tried to explain it. She's already given me the look. So
Oh man,
you
you're
know
in
what?
trouble.
It's just our secret. We'll deal with it
I'll cover for you as best I
later.
can.
Yep. It's okay.
Imagine her
Alright.
saying, "I'll cover
Good
for
job, buddy.
you,"
I'll cover.
Thanks, buddy.
and then provides shade to you, like.
Colt Ghost Puncher, aka the Lord.
Oh god, tree lord.
Yes, I speak for the trees,
Oh,
and I punch your knees. And then
I speak for the trees and I punch your
Please.
knees. The
why
newest
don't you wanna
motto.
punch them?
Oh my god.
By the way, that tree's pretty scared of you.
It's a tree.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but it's concerned.
Why? Why is a tree scared of me?
I didn't just.
Yeah,
Well,
very
That's
commanding.
what it said.
Okay.
That's what it said.
Okay.
I'm just relaying the
you
message
say.
here.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and right as you're pondering that, you like look down, and you see the remains of that trout that just got tore apart raw.
Why? Which one of you, first of all?
Not me. I didn't eat.
Colt.
Cold
Yes.
Immediately.
What did I do this time? We needed to eat. I got some fish from the river
But you
I
had
got
to eat
2
it
fish.
raw.
for 3 of us. No, I cooked it. I didn't eat it raw.
Who ate
That's
it
not what
raw?
I do.
That's a bit more surprising. I would have figured it would have been him.
See, judgy.
I like overall,
Judge.
I like sushi.
Weird,
Lyra,
but
I was in a hurry.
on a branch just behind Volna, two pixies are dancing a cabaret line.
I'm just going to ignore it. Just gonna look in the other direction, hope nobody else notices.
Who was talking to Volna at the moment? Give me perception.
Okay.
It's kind of talking
And
to her. Yeah.
I think both of us were, weren't we?
Yeah, the two of
Okay,
us
yeah,
were.
both of you then.
Yeah.
were like,
So my passive perception is 15. So if I fail
Mhm.
ethically, and that's off the table. So let's not do that. That's one. Oh, natural 20.
Okay. You also see the pixies on the cabaret line on the.
that's a 6, so I don't.
Yeah, Colt,
See
not
it.
so much.
Wow, they're really good. I start doing this in move. I was like, oh my god, there really is 2 of them. And they have great rhythm.
That's a problem.
Yeah. And I say under my breath as I turn around, yeah, just give it about 10 minutes and it'll be my fault too.
So Volna, you have scouted out the way ahead. You kind of confirmed that there is an open path to the south. It's an ancient elven road, and if there's no unexpected problems, it should save you significant time than taking the trade road, which goes around the edge of the forest. You'd have to go east to Hills Far and then come around the southern edge of the forest back to the west. But walking on foot, you know the forest well enough to make this possible. But you know it's not entirely safe. There will be challenges along the way, and it could be dangerous. The question is kind of like, how close are you willing to get to the ruins of Mithranor? That was the capital of the ancient Elven Kingdom. When it fell, the magics that they had built there to make it the wonderful, special, happy elven place that it was kind of cracked. So it's a kind of like a live wire of magical energy just kind of flopping around.
yeah.
The closer you get to it, the worse it is. So the elven order that you work with kind of set up a fairly decent perimeter of about 50 miles around the city. So even without getting in that, the closer you get to that 50-mile mark, the worse it gets.
Mm-hmm.
How close to that are you willing to get in order to get through the forest quickly?
I mean, do I know what, like, the effects of being that close to it will be?
Give me a skill check of your choice.
Oh, God.
Whichever one you think applies best.
Insight?
I don't think that one would work here. That's more like if you're trying to
Yeah.
figure out people. How I did this.
Perception? I don't know.
How about we call it a survival check?
Okay.
How well do you know the threats of the region?
+2, apparently. 5.
Okay. You know the reputation of what's on the inside of that 50-mile marker is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
but you have no idea how dangerous things are at the line. So you don't know if it was an engineer that said the line should be at 50 miles because they thought it should be at 25 and wanted to have margin for error,
Yeah.
or if it was a marketing major that thought 50 miles would sell better than 100 miles, so they reduced it. Little retail cynicism.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
I guess just judging by my technical lack of knowledge in it, I'd probably go closer.
Okay. So go bold.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys should be able to handle it.
So sell that idea to the group.
Did you just tell me to sell the idea to the group?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, you guys, I got a proposition for you.
I mean,
Muse listening.
we should go closer to the city because it'll be quicker.
Will we
Sold
The
die?
me.
roads,
Where we need
the
to go.
roads should be better there.
Yeah, should also be better.
Okay.
Yep.
This
Fine.
makes me
Such an
very
easy
nervous.
sell.
Just
I
Look.
guess
So
I'm just
is
that
there a route through the
reliable.
forest?
I mean, you haven't steered us wrong yet, so.
Okay.
Well, you're from around here, right?
Yes.
You know the area?
Yes.
So if
I
you're
know the train
suggesting
routes.
if you're suggesting that we go this way because it's faster, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
I would judge that you're very keen on safety, so you're not going to put us right in the middle of something too crazy. And if you do, then you've just given me a present, and I'm fine with that. So
Say
we're
it won't
good.
be the safest way, but it'll be the quickest way.
Yep. Okay.
I
All
don't think
set.
it'll be
Obviously, we
too
can handle our own.
dangerous.
That's okay. I only have
I
2
think
life
we'll be able
points
to
left, so I
handle
think we'll
it.
be good. I'm just kidding. I don't have just 2 life points left.
Okay, so
Life points.
knowing that you guys are going to be on the road early in the morning to start this crossing of the forest, is there anything else you guys want to cover between the 5 of you here at the campsite?
I'm going to, for the first time ever, take off my armor
Oh, take off the
Gross.
before I
onesie?
sleep.
Fucking nasty.
And you're just gonna see glistening, just perfect skin underneath, like.
Is it
Slash.
even
But
clean?
still smell.
No, I
Presentation.
Well,
told you, like, it's fine, you know?
The armor probably carries some sort of like self-cleaning enchantment.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Never mind. You're
You need
good.
some Lysol spray? Oh, wait.
No, it's built-in Clorox, like,
Sold out.
disinfectant.
Sold out. Sorry.
Little tiny Clorox
We're out.
wipes the size of microns come out and just start, like... It's like
Do you
a
think
dot matrix.
Losrado would sleep well without the armor?
He would try to, and then he would put it back on if he found that he couldn't fall asleep in like 0.5 seconds.
Okay, so the armor's coming back on sometime in the middle of the night.
Yeah, basically. It's
Okay,
like
so when everyone wakes up, he's there curled up in his armor.
I
And
mean,
Colt resists his urge to just fill his armor with mayo before he gets back on.
Oh, if you did that, I would have
Win is
fucking
with
cut your
this.
hands off.
Yes.
I would have
Totally
firebolted
would.
your fucking
Alchemy jug
hands. Like,
mayo.
Do it.
probably the one who keeps watch all night. I feel like that's just a staple because I don't actually sleep.
or is it a paperclip?
The way your reverie works, like you kind of go into this meditative state. You're not as aware as you would be if you were fully alert and active, but you are more alert than someone who's sleeping.
Well, we could
I'm snoring.
make it so that Volna could to do the watch at first, and then once we get to like the last shift, I'll get up because Colt likes to like stretch out and pay attention to what's going on anyway, and then she can have her reverie while I'm awake and
You probably have
alert.
some sort of like monk technique to, like, I would like to sleep for 4 hours and 37 minutes exactly technique.
It's practice, but yeah, I'm sure that there is that thing. Having experienced the military thing, like you can alarm clock yourself mentally.
Yeah, like
Eventually,
you're,
yeah.
you're counting heartbeats while sleeping.
Yeah.
Do I ding since I was honest and I gained lots of XP for being honest?
Yes, you should be level 10.
Woot! Sorry, Mia.
And everybody else is
I'm
level
dinging.
11.
Bastards.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I did-
cripple
I
you
did
all so
mention
you
it
can't
to
do
you last
shit
week.
for a year.
Before I realized you weren't going to be here.
What?
I did mention it in chat last week before I realized you weren't going to be here. I did my part. So, the road south. The first day or two, it's not that much different than other forests you've traveled through. I mean, the trees are a little bit older. There's some different birds and insects in the air. But it doesn't feel too different. About halfway through that third day, there's like an extra tingle in the air. Blues are bluer, greens are greener, sunlight is brighter, shadows are deeper. Whim,
Yeah, I knew it.
give me a perception or arcana check with advantage.
Okay. Spider senses are tingling. Okay. Is it Arcana or Perception?
Arcana or perception, whichever you prefer.
Arcana is much better, so we'll do it. So 15 plus 6, or 21.
Okay. Your entire life, you've been connected to the weave. The magic that surrounds everything. Right?
It's fascinating.
And you've heard how other people cast spells. Like they grab a hold of a thread of the weave, and it is a solid thing in your hand. But it's never been solid for you. There's always been a vibration to it.
A tuning fork.
So more like a misalignment. And that's what you believe has caused your magic to surge. Is you're misaligned from the weave somehow. Now here, that vibration, which has been constant everywhere else, still not in tune with you, but it's not that same tune that you would recognize. It's like there's a different smell to it or a different tone. You know, these aren't really words that adequately apply to sensing the weave and magic, but it's best I can come up with for an analogy. Yeah, something feels different.
Okay.
And it feels different in the same way that your magic feels different than the description of others.
Okay.
Now, do with that information as you will.
Bulma? Just curious. You said this is the fastest way and it's dangerous? You want to elaborate on the dangerous part?
Why?
Remember that one time I disguised myself and I became this really big monster, the sheriff, because things were a little off,
Yeah.
And I kind of feel that all around me.
Oh.
I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, I live with it day to day, trying to fix it for a while. Is that? I mean, do you feel anything or something bad happen here?
Lyra Lostrada, give me a roll with advantage. Colt, give me a roll. Arcana or perception, whichever you prefer.
You said Arcana or what?
Arcana or perception.
Okay, I'll do perception.
Perception. Okay.
Let's see. So the highest I got was 16 plus 17, 23.
What am I giving you again?
Arcana or perception, your choice.
I got a 6.
Hold on, I'm in the builder part because I realized I was missing 3 spells. Fucking bullshit.
Colt, you feel something is off, but you can't figure out what it is. Your chi connection's not as good a conduit
Arcana
for this as magic.
Conduit.
Can't tell.
Yeah,
18.
because that's
Okay.
more of like the internal flow of energy of
Mhm.
myself and stuff, and not really weave stuff. Yeah, it makes sense.
Lyra, your connection with magic is a little bit different. Your power is gifted to you, so you've never thought about it. Not in any way that like just trying to quantify it. You just know what to do to make it work.
Yeah.
Um, but when you go to like reach out for that thread of the weave, it tingles like putting a 9-volt battery on your tongue, kind of tingle.
Jesus.
Not horrible, but noticeable. Zdrada, this is something you've read about quite a bit, but have never experienced. There's some places where the weave is damaged, frayed. Sometimes that fraying leads to a hole, where there's dead magic. Other times, it's just less damage, but almost worse because everything in that area is affected by wild magic.
Ooh, this is not a good area, and I can tell you why. You know when
Neither of you, none of you noticed it until Wim pointed it out. Her connection to this is innate.
So we're gonna have to go back a little bit because this is so there are a few situations where this sort of thing could lead to fraying, which can lead to like void of magic. But we're in a situation right here where this is nothing but whim times 20. Um, just
Thank
saying.
you.
So
Was that a compliment? I don't know.
you're a little wild magicy, and this is what we're looking at
So,
right here.
but it
Excuse me.
doesn't really do anything, right? Unless you actually cast something.
Yeah,
Uh,
Lestrada, you know that for sure. That like wild magic wouldn't, being in an area with a frayed weave wouldn't have any repercussions unless you started casting spells.
yeah. So let's take it from the top here. Most of us are kind of magicy, and my healing is magicy. So if I go in there and I try to heal one of us, if we get into a situation, uh, this could be a problem because not only would I probably heal you, but I could probably accidentally tape off your life force and it go to me, or that healing energy becomes fire energy and I ignite you.
Okay,
Uh,
well, then don't do that.
then let's not
No.
go in.
I mean, this
This
is the quickest way.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to.
So we just be a little more cautious about
Well, you know what? I don't
what
even
is
have to use
sling.
magic. I can just I can do hand to hand. I haven't had to in so long, but if we need to, this is what's gonna happen.
You have a doctor's bag. I love it.
Rule number one: just don't tuck your thumb. You'll be good.
What the fuck does that mean? Oh, okay. That means when you're. Sorry. I was like, what the hell do you mean? All right. I guess we're gonna have to go for it then.
Not long after this conversation, um, the vines and plants that have started to overgrow the road pull back in front of you
Oh, I
and wait
hate this.
patiently at the side of the road.
Oh, I hate this.
As you pass by them, a few feet later, they go back to their original position.
Oh,
Oh, I
Cool.
hate that.
did your magic fists do that?
I wasn't talking to any plants. I can ask them some stuff if you'd like.
No, God, please don't. Please, I beg of you.
It
Hey,
seems
wait a
like
second.
the road itself is carrying an enchantment left over from the ancient kingdom.
You step on it, it makes a sound like it sounds like a inflatable hammer, like
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Now, there's not much to it more than like that rustle of grass and bushes as the plants just move.
Rustle.
They just parted ways to let us go. I think
Yeah.
that was very nice of them.
Yeah.
I don't fucking trust moving plants. Sorry, they should be still.
Valid.
That's the difference between elven magic and dwarven magic.
Yep. And
Fucking bullshit. I don't like it.
leave it up to a cave mushroom to be afraid of some grass.
Fuck you. You know what? You know what? At least I'm taller than you, so whatever.
Oh dear, just looking at
Well,
The fucking cave mushroom.
with this show on the road, I think we're at a good place to stop. It is a bit early, but I can see Rosie's trying to scramble to get her character together.
I'm still paying attention.
I know. But I think we can shut down early tonight without too much of a problem. It gives me a better chance to throw some more hazards on the road for next session.
Yes.
We will be running tomorrow night, assuming attendance is not a problem. So the Waterdeep Road Show will continue tomorrow night at 8. Until then, you can track me down at Evil Sales S on Twitter. I will be going into work tomorrow, as of right now.
So am I.
Yep.
State of emergency too. It's just like, well, it's retail, so you have to be here because everyone needs fucking paint in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
We still need to get our fucking aesthetics going.
I had a rush on Saturday, and a customer literally fight with me because he tried to cut the line. I was like, anyway.
For paint.
Yep.
Should we all end up with enough time off, I may peer pressure Nick into running Humble Bundle for a stream sometime.
Yeah.
Not Humble Wood.
Humble
Wood.
Bundle.
Almost one too.
Yeah.
It's just mouth
my
memory
God.
saying the wrong word.
Yep.
Our insane antics.
Oh my god, that was so fun.
So let's pass it off to Nick to start our shutdown.
Hey, yes, Nick, you can find me at BlueAura94YT on Twitter and BlueAura94 everywhere else. I am also going into work tomorrow, but there's like a majority of my company is not going to be there, so I'm totally okay with that. We're gonna have a fucking party, and be productive. But other than that, you know, hell yeah, I'm ready. Humblewood, if it comes down to that, I doubt that I'll get a day off unless it starts getting really super serious, but let's hope it just doesn't go that direction. Please.
Yeah.
I'm going crazy already, and it's only been like fucking day 2 or 3 of all this craziness, so but yeah, catch me starting drama in our players chat.
No. Nicholas Robert Swan?
Please.
No.
Oh my
She
god.
used your middle name.
I'm gonna pass it off to Jess, cause please.
You just got mommed, Nick.
Do not.
Totally.
I'm sitting up to scold you right now. Do not.
Oh my god, you actually made her move
I
and
know.
she used 3
Shit.
names?
I've got that
Dude.
power.
You better duck
You're in-
because that boot's coming next, or the spoon, or the board, or whatever it is.
Or the chancla, or whatever it is.
Just gonna throw an entire fucking speaker at you.
Do it.
Okay, hi. I was about to say my name is Jess, but we know who I am right now. Hey! Sorry, my brain is scrambled right now. You can find me at Sweet Ninetails on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know what's going on in the next couple days. Can I just please get the coronavirus so I can be quarantined for 2 weeks?
I thought you were gonna say, can I just please get the coronavirus?
This
so I
is
can
the
just fucking
apocalypse
die?
I am most prepared for. Stay home and chill.
Yeah, honestly, I really want to. I'm really not excited because I don't know what's gonna happen. Work's gonna be interesting. I've already gotten screamed at so many times in the last 2 weeks. I've stopped being nice to customers completely.
Yeah, I did that like back in 04.
Yeah, typically I'm pleasant, but when a guy screams at me for 10 minutes because I won't sell him more than one thing of Lysol wipes because, you know, his kids, and I literally look at him and go, other people have kids too. And he shuts up and then starts bitching again. Get the fuck out of my store.
Welcome to
Yep.
Pembroke.
You have. I would feel you'd be justified in asking him to leave because that's bullshit. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to come together in this, not
Them's the
not be an
rules.
ass.
It's like, I'm sorry
People
that
are
you eat
psychotic.
like a bottle of Lysol wipes in 2 days. It's not my fault that you can't plan
Yeah.
accordingly. Like, Jesus.
Like, just wash your hands. Please, people. If you're
Fucking hate
watching this
people.
stream and you're like, oh my god, I need hand sanitizer,
No, you
please no.
don't.
Just
You
wash
Little-
your
don't.
hands with soap and water.
I
I'm
like that,
looking earnestly into my webcam right now. Wash your hands.
I like that distilleries and cosmetics companies are switching production over to hand sanitizer right now.
You don't.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
You
because
don't.
hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like 4 or 5 different versions of that storyline where some company that has similar type equipment materials
Yeah.
is shifting production to meet demand.
You don't
They-
need it.
Kill
The
us.
hospitals that actually do fucking need it for surgeries and shit, they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So stop
So,
being a bitch.
so
Okay.
we're veering
next.
far off the topic of our stream.
Yes,
so let's
we're
get
going.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass
But
it off
I
to Derek.
digress.
Okay, yep, and Derek, you can find me at Disposable Idiot on Twitter. On the bright side of all this, very, very quickly, I know a woman that was going to have a child's birthday party this week, catered and everything. She's not going to do that. They're sending the food to a food shelter so that can be passed around to people that need it. So there are some awesome people out there doing this now. We got to highlight these positive things when we can get them. And Lauren.
Lauren, I mean, at the Splittering on Twitter. Yay, fun times. Rosie.
Meow. Just kidding. Cinder Wizard Twitter, Instagram, Cinder_Wizard. If you want to play something with me, we're playing Call of Duty, but it's boring when I'm alone, so. And Nick's never fucking on, so.
I'm busy.
Bitch,
Disassociating.
I don't care. Like, I will slap you. Anyway,
Oh my.
next.
That's it. We have nothing left to do, but
That would be you
Shut
then,
it down.
Kevin.
Wait,
Shut it down.
Lauren, did you go?
Great.
Yeah,
Wow.
Lauren
You
went.
listen to me. I appreciate that so much, Nick.
No, I just want to make
Tell me,
sure
Nate.
because we got lost in this.
now we just let Nick ramble on and embarrass himself.
No.
That's
Yeah.
good content. We can keep that going.
It's gone. You can shut it
I
down
got
now,
you
Nick.
here.
Everything's
Yeah,
done.
I guess
Shut it
we're just gonna
down.
shut it down, guys, because I'm really
Shut it down.
disappointed in
Have a good one. I
myself.
love doing
Holy
this.
fuck.
Bye.